like the slinky worm. Oh my god.
Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. I'm Shogmommy, your local Aegis Tentacle Master Sea Slug, and today we're here to play Triumph of the Tusk Session 0. Let's go say hi to everyone. Okay, we good.
Okay. Hello everyone.
Hey.
Oh, hello.
Sorry we're a bit supposedly late. Like, I don't know why it was saying that we're supposed to stream at 3 p.m. today, but no. All TTRPG games are either at 5 or 6. So. Why am I a barrel? I'm not a barrel. That's not a barrel. 100% that's not a barrel. Yeah, hi everyone. Trash can? Yes. It will make sense soon, I'm sure. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to GM McOwner. What were you saying, Elixir?
Whack.
Oh, god damn it. I'm going to pass it over to DM McOwner, who's going to be the DM for this campaign.
Hey there. Welcome everyone. So, how's everybody doing?
Tired.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, so right, yeah, this is a new adventure path that we're doing, whole new set of characters. But yeah, like Shock said, we're going to be running the Triumph of the Tusk adventure path for Pathfinder. This is one of the newest ones that just came out. So yeah, I think it's going to be pretty fun. People seem pretty excited about it when we brought up the aspect of running it. So yeah, let's see. So since this is kind of a start of the new campaign and like adventure path, we want to do some more. We want to do some introductions to everyone.
Okay.
So let's see. But yeah, I guess we can start with the trash can over there.
Hi everyone, I'm Shog. Hold on. Hi everyone, I'm Shog. I am your local Aegis Tentacle Monster trash can for today. I will be playing Riven Duskborn. They are a armor-laden magus. And I have been playing TTRPGs for too long now, I guess probably close to 3 years at this point. I started out with D&D 5e and switched over to Pathfinder2e. I've also played Starfinder 1e, and I've played Werewolf the Apocalypse, mostly all play by posts. But yeah, that's what we have. That's what I am. And I've been role-playing for much longer than that, and I'm not going to age myself. So, yeah, that covers everything. Done. Bye.
All right.
Hi.
Yeah. No, I was just yeah, we just continue down the line. So yeah, go ahead.
Hi everyone. I am Elixir. I am the stereotypical forever GM, or I used to be, until I got with this crew, and I've been blessed with being able to play a character. I am playing Subal, a Orc Commander, one of the playtest classes, and I am super excited to play a martial support.
Captain's naked!
Nope,
Oh god!
okay. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
We're just working with what they've given us.
He just wearing a bodysuit. That's all.
I love it.
It just matches. He's a green screen.
Wearing a Zentai.
He's wearing a green screen suit.
Hello, I'm Corset. I'm gonna be playing Bunalu. She is did we decide she's a half orc?
Yes, you decided you wanted to be a Dromar.
Yeah, I'm a Dromar. So half orc, half human. She's a ranger who uses a bow, and she's a monster hunter. Like, she goes out with a group of her tribe's people, and they fight monsters and go hunting and stuff like that. I'm still kind of messing around with the idea of her, like as far as her personality and things like that. But I've got the mechanical things pretty nailed down.
Cool.
Cool. All right. So let's continue. Yeah.
Oh, we actually don't have a bard in this one. We usually do have a bard now that I think about it.
Yeah. No, that's my role.
Oh. Yeah, it kind of is, isn't it? Well, hello. First of all, that's not my dad. That's a trash can. Hi, I'm Kit. I am playing a newer type of class for Pathfinder. I'm playing Animist. It was actually released back on the 31st of October. It's a brand new class.
Yes.
So, think how do I explain? I work with ghosts. I work with ghosts a lot. So, like, kind of like bard in a sense, but not bard. I don't do as much support as bard, but this class has a high focus in wisdom. I'm also a Colo, which is kind of like the new Gnoll in a sense. So it's a smarter Gnoll. And this character's name is Olna. Actually, just decided on her name. Her name is Olna. She is like a hyena dog Gnoll. I mean, Colo. See, I'm getting confused now. And still working on a bit of her background, but you may see a snake on her. That's her familiar, ghost familiar. His name is Smidge. I've been doing TTRPGs for a really long time now. Started off with D&D, DM'd and played, and then now I'm in Pathfinder, where mostly a player, but I have DM'd a one-shot for it on a separate game. So I'm becoming more and more familiar with how Pathfinder goes, but I love this group and I love playing, so I'm happy to be back.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yay.
So that leaves me.
The Nikki one.
No. Look, it's what I have to work with right now. So I am captain, and I have been with this group just through one campaign so far, and it's been a ton of fun. And I really appreciate you guys teaching me all about Pathfinder, because this is officially my second Pathfinder campaign.
It is.
Yeah. Otherwise, I've been into TTRPGs, I don't know, a few years. I don't get to play as often as I'd like, so this has been a really great thing for me, and I'm really excited to get back into it. We've been on hiatus for a minute, and this is my fix, man. I need my fix. That's pretty much it. That's me.
Right, but hopefully, yeah, like pretty much, yeah, because we're doing the every other week thing, and then hopefully after the holidays we should be back to at least alternating between like the sessions like every week. But let's see. Anyways, I guess that leaves me. So I am your GM for this campaign, this adventure path. I'm Mick Owner, and I've played TTRPGs for a while now. I first started back in college with D&D 3.5, but I did take a bit of a break and then came back when 5th edition kind of like hit its peak, and then played that for a bit until stuff happened, and then we switched over to Pathfinder, and I've been having a blast since we switched over. And yeah. So cool.
I forgot. I didn't tell anyone my race.
Oh yeah, your trash can.
My trash can. I am playing. Yes, I am playing Yagway. So Yagway Dragonblood. Yep.
Cool.
I don't.
Is that,
Also
for those who don't know what that is, could you explain?
Nope.
Cool, even better.
Yeah,
Mystery trash can.
Yeah, that's gonna if that's the choice, then that's gonna have to get explained in character then.
Yep.
Anyways, so yeah, so I'll intros out of the way. So, but yeah, so right now, this is going to be session 0. So I know a lot of people have worked on their characters and everything, like for a bit. But now we're going to be using the session to make sure that, things line up. Everybody's got everything like pretty much good to go for when we actually start session 1. And also just to make sure of people's like roles, see if, anything needs to get changed, or just to go over everything just to make sure that we're in a good spot. But let's see. First, so let me see. I believe how it usually works is just like basically the players only get to have and read the information like on the player's guide. Like anything in the actual adventure path they're not supposed to have.
Right.
Okay, because I wasn't sure like how much if I would go over any of that. But we can go over so like just in case like people haven't gone over too much like super in depth with the player's guide, we can go over stuff the stuff in here that people should know. So basically most of this, like this campaign is going to be dealing with the orcs and the different holds that are that all kind of the different holds for the different orc clans, basically. I guess, let me see. I don't think we have a link. Do we have a link to the player's guide if people want to like kind of go along?
It is built into Foundry as a journal if people want to see it. So it'll be if you look at the buttons, it's going to be the 5th one, and then it should be Triumph Tusk Player's Guide.
So it's the icon that looks like an open book, and there should be the player's guide there. Yeah. Okay, so basically to give you more information, so the holds of Belkzen. Orcs once dwelled underground in the Darklands, roving the upper tunnels in large bands as they foraged and hunted. This ended violently when dwarves ascended from the depths, seeking surface at all costs in their quest for sky. The conflict briefly unified orcs against a common foe. Through dwarven steel and determination, ultimately forced the orcs upward. Upon reaching the surface, orcs found themselves in unfamiliar land, surrounded by unfamiliar foes and blinded by an unfamiliar sun. It quickly became apparent that if they wanted to survive, they would have to fight. This lifestyle has kept orcs alive, yet it also taught them to subjugate their surroundings or be subjugated. And subjugated they were by most infamously the Whispering Tyrant centuries ago. Still, the scars of the painful past have become a badge of honor in Belkzen, proving that no matter what, orcs will endure. So dwarves and orcs, the tensions are high, pretty much. So relations between the orcs and dwarves have been hostile even before the quest for sky due to cultural misunderstandings. When the dwarves launched their campaign to breach the surface, they did so at the cost of their orc neighbors, relentlessly attacking orc settlements in their bid to fulfill their destiny. Desperate orcs retreated to the surface first, resorting to violence and aggression to survive in strange new lands. They scattered across the mountains, forming communities called holds for protection as a dwarven empire dawned. Finally, a leader arose, Belkzen, a charismatic orc who led his people to besiege and conquer the dwarven sky citadel of Koldukar. Koldukar? Okay. Koldukar. Okay. The city was renamed Urgir and became the capital of the Orc lands to remind others of their strength. Belkzen ruled the land mercilessly, oppressing others as his people had been oppressed. Upon his death, the Orc holds were split and much of their land was reconquered by opportunists who exploited their infighting. One who came to exploit them was Tar Bafun, who recruited the orcs on the merit of their strength. The proud orcs soon discovered they had been swayed into serving a tyrant who treated them like cannon fodder. When they rebelled, he retaliated harshly, erasing much of orc culture and inflicting great torment upon the people. Though the orcs were eventually freed from the Lich, their history of initially willing service and violence stained their reputation. For centuries, orcs have been seen as violent brutes haunted by infighting and cruel rulers. Grask Uldeth, head of the Empty Hand Hold, challenged these deadly traditions. He led his hold to conquer Urgir and implemented changes to cater to non-orc merchants and traders, opening up the city's economy to great effect. However, he was assassinated by an unknown assailant and succeeded by Ardax the Whitehair. Ardax quickly proved himself a similarly prudent leader, and when Tar-Baphon returned to demand the service of the orcs, Ardax rejected him by mounting the heads of his envoys on the city walls. The Lich retaliated.
My dude's hardcore.
Oh yeah, that's like, that's like Braveheart shit.
Yeah.
The Lich retaliated, and Ardax led a united force of orc holds against Bar-Baphon's forces in the Battle of Nine Broken Skulls, a crucial victory that led to all the holds of Belkzen to accept him as their overlord. So yeah, bit of more orc history there. Yeah, there's like infighting, and yeah, basically one of the people who took advantage of the infighting was a Lich, and at least they were able to free themselves. But yeah, let's see. So a little bit more goes into more current. So Torrentmoot. Ardax the Whitehair, the leader of the Empty Hand Hold, knows the threat of Tar-Baphon can't stand against a united Belkzen. To truly bring the holds together and build new alliances, he has arranged a gathering called Torrentmoot. Ardax has strategically arranged this meeting to take place during the Flood Truce, an unofficial agreement of peace between the orc holds during the flood months of late spring. During the flood months, melting snowcaps from the nearby Tusk Mountains flow down upon a path of low ground known as the Flood Road. When summer's warmth arrives, however, the Flood Road temporarily becomes a rushing river that invites wildlife to migrate down to Belkzen, making it a crucial time for all holds. Bolstered by his status as overlord and the promise of peace during the flood months, Ardax has invited several dignitaries from other holds and even outside of Belkzen to try to establish alliances that will build a better Belkzen. So yeah, so that is pretty much the history and kind of the overview and kind of like the starting point for this adventure path. Basically, yeah, you're most likely, I mean, it does depend on how your character is, but you're basically going to be representing, you're going to be like dignitaries and like, you know, kind of representing your people or a certain group of people's or interests, things like that, depending on what you really want to do. But this is all in the bid for basically establishing alliances for Belkzen. So let's see. So now it's kind of going over now the kind of the ancestries and stuff that are probably going to be like most like prominent or like for the campaign. Also explaining how like the classes would kind of work, but what we can do, we would probably be better to go over and just jump to the holds. So the different orc clans, basically the holds of Belkzen, which basically, yeah, like if you're going to be building alliances and stuff like that, you probably would want to have a little bit of information about these guys. So,
Where is that at?
if you scroll down further, there's going to be like kind of like a box that says holds of Belkzen. We're going to go over those real quick.
That's what I'm trying to find. I cannot find it. What section is it under?
Let me see, because I'm going off the PDF. Let me see.
It's under the Holds of Belkzen section, back up above. Where I started reading. It's on the side box.
Okay, I got it.
So
Thank you.
Yeah, it is.
I got it.
Set
I
up
got
a
it.
little bit different. Let's see. Okay, so then yeah. the holds of Belkzen. So first up is the Bloodied Gauntlet. Nobody loves battle as much as Bloodied Gauntlet orcs. However, their patron, Gorum, recently perished, leaving the hold rudderless and confused. A Bloodied Gauntlet PC might have worshipped Gorum before and could now feel the need to prove themselves to the world. Okay, so yeah, very battle driven orcs.
A lot of stuff happened in the world leading up to this, so if there's any questions, I have been studying it and I can answer it.
Okay, cool. Let's see. So, Burning Sun. This hold adopted Serenray's faith decades ago, and its leader, Maha Firehair, recently ascended to godhood. The hold is hardly holy, yet it does challenge crueler orc stereotypes and traditions. Okay. Death's Head. In many ways, this hold is an extension of the Empty Hand. It holds the territory surrounding WARRRRGHH and acts like a de facto guardian force for the capital. Okay, the Drowning Sand. The quicksand of the Dirt Sea discourages all but the Drowning Sand hold, which adeptly navigates that expanse with cunning catamarans and earns coins by ferrying travelers. And Empty Hand. This is Ardax's hold, which rules WARRRRGHH, and thus has the strongest claim to ruling Belkzen. The whole also controls much of the region's trade, ensuring its members are well equipped and well paid. So basically, kind of the main kind of hold. At least this is Ardax's hold. So, let's see. Gut Spear. After being disposed by Eight Fingers hold and chased away. Let me see. They didn't mention Eight Fingers hold earlier, but okay.
You mentioned empty hand was the next one.
Yeah, I know. I just went over that, but I was reading Gut Spear, but then there's there's mentioning Eight Fingers hold. What is that? That's one that we haven't been mentioned yet. So, anyways, so Gut Spear. After being disposed by Eight Fingers hold and chased away from the Darklands access point of Deepgate, the Gut Spear hold is weakened and without a territory to call its own. Perhaps by aiding Ardax's agenda and earning his protection, a Gut Spear PC could earn their hold a new home.
So the Eight Fingers hold, that's basically in under the surface. So basically, that isn't in Belskin. That's a completely separate region. These guys are basically refugees.
Okay. So, Icetooth. Far to the north, Icetooth hold rarely engages in WARRRRGHH politics. It instead focuses on hunting, training ferocious megafauna, and trading with Kelid neighbors. That said, Ardax's agenda could shake Belkzen to its core, and the hold would send at least one representative to Tornmoot to learn more. And then Storm Screamers of Rule. As the name suggests, the Storm Screamers are an eccentric hold known for their druids, hunters, and rain-loving guides. They descend from the mountains during the flood truce to welcome the water and watch over the Aurochs herds, and ensuring no hold overhunts the shared resource.
So are we're playing a diplomat of one of these holds?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
It depends on if you're PC, if you wanted them to be part of the hold. But it's also, like I said earlier, you could just be establish alliances just even from outside of Belkzen. This is just basically Ardax's way of just trying to just form alliances and just trying to get a stronger group, a stronger horde, just in case of the if they have to fight against Tar-Bathon again.
Okay.
So let's see. Let me see. I'm trying to think of what would be. A good thing, because let me see. There's the different faiths. possibly go over. I don't know how much people are into that. I don't know if we don't really have any clerics. Do we have anybody of real like kind of religion or faith like driven classes here?
So
Okay.
religion is a very interesting thing for the orcs because so deities exist, but deities are also something that is not too openly worshipped. They're more like representative champions. It's like a Roman god of this is like a representation of an ideal. But the thing with orcs is that their deities, for whatever reason, when a notable orc dies, they can be marked. And if they're marked, they have the right to challenge a god to fight. And so many deities don't want to get too much attention, as well as literally in the last year, 5 gods have died. So there's a lot of religious and community upheaval on the fact that a lot of the old evil primal orc gods were killed in favor of new, more civilization and unity focused ones. So it is kind of a milestone in the orc community and orc history that this is like a major changing point in their entire culture.
Okay. But let me see. I mean, we could go over them if people want to. Let me see.
It does explain further about the faith, what happened actually.
Okay, so let me see. Let's just go over this. So the faiths. Belkzen's gods went through an upheaval when Gorm was killed. Not only was Gorm an important deity to many orcs, but multiple other orc gods were challenged and replaced by mortal souls who rose as new deities, like Elixir said. This spat of new gods includes Grask Uldeth, who defeated Zagresh, the god of death and destruction, a transition that has left orcs both wary and intrigued by these changes to the paradigm. Gods of warfare and strength are the most popular in Belkzen, but some are beginning to turn their eyes towards gods who promise power through other means, such as trade and magic. So right here, Grask Uldeth, though Grask espoused the values of partnership and trade in life, he is a strict adherent of idea that might is right and that one should use their strength to improve life for everyone. Grask expects his followers to follow a strict hierarchy and stay in line. Okay. So it has all the different edicts. So improve orcs' lot in life, obey the orcs above your station, rule the orcs below you with an iron hand. Okay. But yeah, so let me see. So next would be Jukha. As a mortal, Jukha was a charismatic young Dromar with great ambitions of uniting her people to defeat Tar-Baphon. Ultimately failing to keep her followers together, the ambitious youth perished alone but managed to ascend, transforming into a goddess of big game hunting. Having learned from her mistakes, Jukha emphasizes the need to band together to accomplish one's goals. Okay. Maha Firehair. Maha takes inspiration from Sarene, having worshipped her in life, but she believes that redemption must be actively earned rather than freely given. She scorns those who offer empty promises and rewards those who choose to prove their worth through their actions. Okay. And Nulgrath, one of the most ancient of orc gods. Nulgrath demands bloodshed wherever his followers go. In a way, Nulgrath is an embodiment of the other nations' belief about orc culture. So yeah, so still one of the old gods that is still around. Rule was supposedly the first orc to become a god when his people breached the surface, challenging lightning itself in order to take his place as a deity. He has little interest in the details of life, seeking to spread disorder wherever he goes. So chaos orc. Chaos orc god.
Chaos Thor.
Be loud wherever you go.
Wow. Okay. Ulrich. Ulrich promotes using one's strength to defend the weak and employing systems to benefit the people. His teachings are antithetical to many traditional orc beliefs, making his edicts a challenge to accept. Okay, Varg. Varg loves innovation and technology, but only for the purposes of combat. His followers are encouraged to use tactics and clever tinkering to get around their problems, but technology is reserved for warfare. So these guys are, these ones are the newer ones that are kind of challenging the old gods' ways, pretty much. Wolgren. Wolgren mastered firearms in life and continues to promote them in death, advocating for his worshippers to build their own means of victory against their enemies. And yeah, so that's all, I guess, the current, or at least the most prominent orc gods here for this path.
Yes.
Let me see.
That's the entire pantheon.
Oh, okay.
There's not a lot of them.
No, like, orcs are not big into religion, but it's also gods in orc culture are super influential just because they're representative of what like orc beliefs are going, as well as they are challenges for living orcs to overcome so that they can become divine. So it's super arrogant or heroic orcs aspire to be marked to challenge gods.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so continuing on. So going with here, so patrons. So although a PC might attend Torrent Moot for their own opportunities and enrichment, the campaign assumes that most or all the PCs are representative of a company, state, or other organizations that's curious about Belkin's overtures of friendship and potential benefit off of Ardak's desire for alliances. So the following is a non-exhaustive list of viable patrons and other possible objectives. So the campaign does kind of assume that you are a representative of something, of some kind of like group that is interested in what Ardax has to offer of an alliance and what, kind of mutual benefits you might be able to get. That's what it assumes. Not necessarily, but that's what it assumes. So some of the existing groups, because you can always, if you come up with something, you always just run it by with me. But so some of the existing patrons, so these are the more academic groups. So the Esoteric Order of the Palatine Eye, the secretive organization of scholars and historians based in Ustaslav, delights in all things occult, and Belkzen has rarely permitted safe passage to the Order's agents. Belkzen occupies part of ancient Thalassian and might house esoteric secrets of the Rune Lords. Orcs' own magic is poorly understood, and the Order might unlock new discoveries by studying local mystics and rituals. Finally, the Esoteric Order loathes the Whispering Tyrant. Ardak's new Belkzen might be an ideal ally in defying or destroying the Lich. And then the Pathfinder Society. So this is one that's like, they actually the actual Pathfinder, I guess the actual Pathfinder Society that they kind of use for like the kind of the tracked like official games, I think.
Yes.
But the famous Pathfinder Society is always eager to build connections and forge alliances, enabling field agents to explore and document a region's history. The most infamous expedition to Belkzen in living memory was headed by the illustrious Idano Klein. While his cunning helped him bypass orc patrols to explore ruins around Ugir, his tricks also embarrassed several holds and painted a target on the Pathfinder Society's back. Ardax's invitation is an opportunity to repair burnt bridges and foster a friendlier relationship with the Pathfinders. Okay, and the next groups are going to be for commerce. So the city of Ugir became more open to foreign trade during the rule of Grask Uldeth about 20 years ago. Belkzen could easily accommodate more caravans and open up new markets. So many groups hope to convince Ardax to expand on these trade policies and hopefully cut their specific organization and special deal a special deal to secure exclusive rights, avoid tariffs, or gain other similar advantages. So the Aspis Consortium. This cutthroat trade company always needs fresh recruits, ideally operatives who don't mind breaking a few kneecaps and laws to maximize profits. Orcs' reputation and resourcefulness, intimidation, and tenacity make them ideal candidates, and Belkzen's relatively lawless wilds could support lucrative smuggling routes for the Aspen Consortium. Failing that, perhaps Belkzen has resources it could exploit and export, favoring a short-term profit over long-term partnership. A PC working for the Aspect Consortium is taking a big risk, but if they succeed, it could lead to their promotion to silver or even gold agent status, overseeing a whole region's business. Okay, Druma. The merchants of Druma, particularly the prophets of Kalistrad, are eager to develop Belkzen's markets and consumer demand. However, the Calistocrats have limited information. They need trustworthy agents to gauge the quality of Belkzen's exports, build mercantile connections, and identify which imports would be worth shipping to the Badlands. A few Calistocrats would risk traveling to Belkzen's themselves at this point, as it has historically been too unpredictable, violent, and worse for all the white-clad merchant mystics, dirty. And Celtid followings, though not as illustrious as Calistocrats or nor as opportunistic as the Aspect Consortium, the Celtid followings to the north have just as much to gain from a safer Belkzen. After all, the realm of the Mammoth Lords contains Icestare, one of the few means of accessing the path of Agenhai and its overland route to all of Tianxia. By forging strong ties with Ardax, Keldid followings could at least provide a secure route to Icestare, benefiting from the lucrative trade that passes through both regions. So yeah, all that has to do with commerce, trade, and just making a profit on that one, or just for economic purposes.
Mm-hmm.
And the last couple groups, this is for the military. As the impending threat of Tarbaffin's lust for power looms over Avestan, several nations are keeping an eye out to see if Belkzen is prepared to join the inevitable fight against him. Ardax's actions are promising, but not all are convinced of his sincerity. So nations around Lake Encarthen. Several of the nations surrounding Lake Encarthen have, such as the Five Kings Mountains, Kionin, Oprak, and Ustaslav, are gearing up for a potential fight against Tarbafan. They see Belkzen as a potential ally, but are wary due to the nation's history with the Lich. The Five Kings Mountains and Ustav have had difficult past with the Orc holds, especially careful and eager to see if it's time to let bygones be bygones. And then mercenary companies. For millennia, Belkzen has been a violent crucible that destroys the weak and rewards the strong. Some mercenaries might offer their services to various holds, helping them defeat a rival for a share of the plunder. That said, the more promising opportunity is recruitment. By sending a delegate to Tornmoot, a mercenary company can identify new talent, all while meeting and advertising to future clients. Durma's Black Jackets are one of the most famous mercenary outfits and are known for their tight discipline. Such a PC might travel to Belkzen to study Orcs' battlefield insights and self-control, assessing whether they could thrive among the Black Jackets and whether Orcs' reputations for recklessness is overhyped. So yeah, so a lot of things there. So different groups that your character might want to be a part of if you don't already have an idea, but there's all the different kinds of ways you go about wanting to try to connect with the Orc holds. Let's see. So it's just kind of going over the skills and feats, anything like that. So then, but yeah, so I mean, for your characters, I don't know if everybody has already kind of settled in on it, and if they had the player's guide, I think they would have had access to this. But there are backgrounds here for your characters that are specific for Tramp to the Tusk. I don't know if people were interested in going over these.
I have mine, so
I have mine too.
Yeah. But yeah, I think a lot of this, trying going through this is kind of just to give you an idea of the kind of the base knowledge that you should kind of have going into this. So I mean that would bring us pretty much to the end of the player's guide. So at this point, we could start kind of going over characters and seeing if if people need any help with anything, or need run some ideas by me, and just trying to get things set up. Probably going over making sure everybody has their starting gear. Everybody starts at level 3, so there are certain starting gear, amount of starting gold that you get and everything. We just make sure that everybody's set up.
Let's go ahead and run ad, because we need to get Suki food anyway and give medicine.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. This
minutes?
would be a good time to like take a break then, and we'll come back and start to go over people's characters and
Okay.
just make sure everything's okay.
We'll
But
do
yeah,
10 minutes.
Yeah, we'll do a 10-minute break and we'll come back.
All right, see you soon.
Okay, we're back.
Hello.
Hey.
Ooh.
You.
Hey, that looks so much better. There we go.
What looks better?
I changed my reactive.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Who's that handsome orc daddy?
That
I mean,
is-
orc
I
daddy.
know, right? Subal is daddy.
Hey, Ginja.
Hey, Ginja.
Hey. So now that we're back, and we had like gone over basically a lot of the orc history and a lot of like the background concerning the meeting. Let me see. Was it? I can't. It's called Torrent Moot. So we can go over character stuff now. So, I guess does anybody have like any like immediate like kind of concerns or any kind of questions or anything about their character they want to bring up right now?
Can we like make up the hold that we're a part of?
I mean, honestly, I don't. Let me see if there's like a new hold. Like, I wouldn't doubt there are maybe like smaller holds that aren't as like big or influential. So I don't see why not.
Okay.
There are hundreds.
Yeah,
It's very
so-
similar to Zayla and 14.
Okay.
So yeah, so if you
Yeah,
wanted to come up with something, and I guess like of a certain like hold, like kind of like what they're about, yeah, just run it by me. I don't see any reason why we couldn't.
So some insight is basically, as far as like map, is like similar to our world as Earth. The Orc Badlands, where the holds are and Belskin is, that's basically the Mongolian steppes.
I see. Okay.
So that's why they're like, hey, like trade route to be able to get from Tianji to Greater Galaran to be able for that is important, because it's basically like the Silk Road is for Earth. So there's a lot of trade interest to make sure that's secure so that like trade can actually happen. But it's also, you have to go through literally the insane orcs.
Mm-hmm.
So
But to answer your question, yes. Yeah, you could make up your own hold if you'd like. Let's see. Any other questions people want to bring up right now?
I have one.
Mhm.
I have two, because Elixir was helping me late last week with characters, and there was a couple questions I had. One thing is, since my character is very spiritual, do I need a deity?
Let me
Is it
see.
recommended
Like,
for it to have a deity
I
as an
mean,
animus?
I haven't really looked into the class itself. I would assume it'd probably be beneficial, but I don't know if it's 100% necessary.
Does it provide any extra perks?
Holo primarily worship Callistra and Shaylin, names of the elder and younger sister, and Nethys is worshipped as the brother, as the patron bone keepers.
Bone keeper? Wait, what? Huh? You just spoke my fancy word.
Here.
Yeah, because it looks like the spiritualists. I mean, like the analysts, they deal with the spiritual realm. They literally wrestle spirits and stuff. But I don't know if it necessarily means that they necessarily are beholden to a certain deity.
Holo, though, do. They have three. They primarily worship, if you want to go with a Holo, Callistra, Shaylin, and Nethys, who is the brother and patron of bone keepers.
So Nethys is the bone keeper guy.
It's kind of funny because Archives of Nethys, but he's also like a mage. Like he's a historian mage, which kind of makes sense because Bone Keepers, I'm going to guess. The elders abide by the clan's Bone Keepers. Bone Keepers... Let me see if I can find information on that. Bone Keepers of the Hollow are usually witches who treat their ancestral spirits less as objects of worship than argumentative colleagues, while Hollow storytellers are typically bards.
Zero says was also a king at one point.
Yeah.
What does Nethys generally identify? Lawful, neutral, evil?
Everything.
Everything.
Nethys
Perfect.
Nethys is horny for knowledge, and that's all he cares about.
Perfect. I like this guy. I need him.
I'll also copy it for you as well.
Yep.
I'm looking at his bio too.
There you go. I posted the Mwangi Expanse on Holo, and then I put a thing from another link talking about the Bone Keepers. There's not too much about them other than they're basically witches, and then Nethys. It's under voice text.
Gotcha. Got it. Yeah, essentially this character is think bone shaman.
Well,
Very she's like she has a plus 11 in survival too. Like this chick knows things.
Cool. I mean, I guess before we go into more like that, like we can go over the kind of the classes, like in the player's guide, see like, you know, kind of like where would be like a good kind of standing for these ones. So it's like, there's the explorers, like druids or rangers are an excellent choice for this adventure, as Belkzen is a vast, dangerous land full of awe-inspiring nature, as well as hunting paramount to the stability of a hold. As the flood months signal the migration of several species, there's always a chance to use one's skills to hunt and identify creatures. Okay, and spiritualists, Belkzen is going through spiritual changes since much of their pantheon has been recently replaced. Animists are the most revered of those who deal with the spiritual realm, and in Belkzen, they literally wrestle spirits into submission and tame unruly haunts through feats of strength and force of will. Clerics might find themselves questioned by those eager to one day challenge a god, or by those with sincere curiosity about finding internal strength through devotion. And then warriors, strength will always be prized in Belkzen, making martial classes and frontline combatants fit in well with the locals. Barbarians, champions, exemplars, fighters, and monks will find plenty of opportunities to show off their skills to win friends and take down enemies. Swashbucklers are quite foreign to Belkzen and might catch wary but bemused looks from their flashiness, then eventually nods respect for their feats of skill. So kind of like, depending on what your role is, that's kind of how you could fit yourself in. But anyways, so that being said, I don't know if there's any other kind of quick questions that people want to go over.
I did have a second part.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
So for Kolos, they are given a root name, which in this case it's Ona, which is a type of bone. They use very rudimentary names. So I went with what I thought fit the character best based on appearance, background, etc. But Kolos reach a certain milestone, they add a description to their name.
Okay.
So that was a question I needed to ask the GM. In what case is it considered a milestone for a Kolo to have their additional name?
Let me see. I haven't looked like too much into that myself. I guess it's like, if like I would say for like a milestone in like one of like in their like kind of life, I would say, you know,
Maturity?
like some kind of basically either maturity or some kind of like, I would say like, you know, a kind of grand feat that they may have performed maybe. If you have any ideas, yeah, just run it by me, and
Okay.
I'm sure we could probably figure out something.
I just didn't know if it should be age based or based off an event, so that I can incorporate it into my character's background. Like, oh, you hit what's considered, adulthood. This, this is your root name from your family, or this is a name that you've been identified from the community, or is it based off a life event that has happened, and that's how you got that surname? Like if your name was Heart, it would be like Shadow Heart or Light Heart, or and it would be an adjective or a verb because of the root name.
Again, I haven't looked too much into like the specific kind of culture, so I can't say for 100%. But at least just kind of how I would take it is like, I wouldn't say that it would just be like set to like one or the other. It could be like, oh, you just hit, you get to a certain like time or a certain like path, like time in your life, and you've gotten this far that you would get one. Or I mean, it could be like you've gotten it early because you did something, like you did like a feat that like nobody has done before. Like, so I wouldn't like limit yourself, but it would have to be something that I have to like really kind of look into to see if there's anything specific about it.
I also found out the adult age of a Colo is 15.
Okay.
I'll have to give it some thought, but I think those were the two questions I was able to develop during my character creation in regards to that.
Okay, but definitely we can try to do a little bit more research and figure out if there's anything specific for that, or if it's more open-ended.
Gotcha.
Okay. Anything else before we just start diving into people's characters?
I figured out some of my stuff with Elixir's help, especially about that level 4 feat that I wanted.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I can explain that now. So.
Okay. Then I guess if nobody has any specific questions right now, do you want to go first then, Shog, and kind of go over your stuff?
Okay.
I mean, I guess it depends, because I don't know how much you want to like go into detail about your character, or if just have any specific questions about your character. Because if you want to, keep your character kind of more secretive until you want to reveal whatever, that's up to you.
1 second. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of the stuff as the stuff that I would be going over. I guess I should mention it so others people know. She's going to be from the hold of the Burning Sun, so Maha Fire Hairs.
Okay.
Okay.
Hold. I don't really want to necessarily go into what she is until like the game, because it might have, I want to see character reactions, because that's
Okay,
probably
fine.
that's going to be announced probably through the DM.
Okay. I mean, that's fine.
I am running a Magus. I am going to be primarily, I know like tanks don't necessarily exist, but I am going to be picking up some skills and stuff to make sure that gravity, what is it, gravitational pull, that I can actually pull things away from people and whatnot.
Okay, cool. All right. Let's see.
Trying to think of anything else. I don't know if there's really anything else necessarily that needs to be stated other than that.
Okay. So yeah, if you didn't have anything, or if there's anything else you want to just go over with me,
with you,
we
yeah.
can do that like
yeah.
then private then. Okay.
Mainly, yeah, that's where the hold that she's from.
Okay.
I'm trying to see if there's anything else that I need to bring up. Just give me 1 second. Yeah, melee Magus, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
I
what I
changed,
see,
yeah.
like in the roles that
Yeah.
Elixir listed.
I changed, because I couldn't do the Tiansha stuff that I wanted to with the magical girl stuff, so that got completely nixed.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It didn't work out. No, lore in this is different than, you know, making up your own shit, so it works out better. There were certain things about that archetype that I wasn't really happy with anyway. Primarily the lore was like so tight that you couldn't do anything really with it. You had to play a very specific way, and I wasn't liking it, so...
And the whole thing was like only 12 of them exist or something.
Yeah, and that's the main thing I don't like.
Stuff.
Yeah, that's the main thing I didn't like, and that would break stuff with God's Reign and stuff, and I did not want to fuck with that. So, oh yeah, we're gonna go over like gear later, right?
Yeah, we can. I know. I saw that Elixir had put in the kind of what you get at level 3, like the different, like, you know, the levels of like items you would have and like your starting gold and stuff like that. So yeah, we can go over that as well.
Okay.
I don't know if you want to go over that like now or
basically just what I wanted was a +1 greatsword and my full plate.
Okay. Let me see.
I've added all of that already. I'm down to 5 gold, so.
Okay, and that's all that counts as. Let me see. Wait, was that with that's including like the permanent like magic items that you got, like the
permanent magic item is the +1 greatsword.
Okay, so it's like because there's you get 1 second level item and 2 first level items.
Yeah, but I needed to be able to buy the full plate, so I can't get the other magic items.
So, it's not magic item; it's permanent item.
Oh, permanent. I mean, sorry.
Yeah. You have the option either doing a level 2 item, 2 level 1 items, and 25 gold, or just doing a lump sum 75 gold. And Shog and I worked through with that guideline of doing the 75 gold.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I couldn't. Yeah, I couldn't get the other stuff because I just didn't. It was not enough.
Okay.
So, that's what I get. +1 greatsword, a full plate, and my other stuff, my adventurer crap, and spellbook.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So that should full plate is expensive, yeah, but I really wanted my trash can, so.
Yeah, I guess then.
I guess what I will say though, it's not going to make sense to most people here outside of Oz until, but I'm playing Tusk, so.
Oh.
Yeah.
Quack.
Yeah, I wouldn't get that at all. I wouldn't.
No, of course not. Well, I was meaning for the players, and I'll say
teasing,
the chat. So. So yeah, I get to play Tusk again. So
Angry tin can.
Angry tin can. Other than that, yeah, I think that pretty much. I think that I might think of something later, but I'm not going to take any more people's time. So, yeah.
I mean, this is what session 0 is for, but okay. But if you feel like you're done, then anybody else in particular would want to go next?
I'll go next. I'm pretty fleshed out, so I can reveal some things.
Cool. All right. Yes, we feel free to share as much or as little as you like.
What are you giggling about?
You said flesh and reveal.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
Close
Wow.
juxtaposition to each other, so it made me laugh.
Okay.
Someone's been partaking tonight.
Yeah. All right.
I
So
don't know what you're talking about.
Shush you.
Okay.
That was easy.
All right.
Where's the button?
So I am going to be playing Subal, who is a orc commander. Commander is basically a martial support character. I have no magic at all. I am specifically the least magic person possible, while still being able to provide healing and support to people. I am a full-blooded orc, hold scarred, so that means I am straight up born in the hold. I lived in Belskin my entire life. I am part of the Empty Hand. This like the orc lands and supporting his people is his life, and seeing and being part of this new movement to try and organize people to show that there is more to orc kind than the mindless raiders that they had been kind of seen as for all of history, he's very motivated to show the growth of the orc people and to show them that they're more than the prejudices. His personal deity is Auric, so he is very much the not exactly orc, protecting the weak and innocent, keeping your word, and don't throw away your life needlessly. So he is very much focused on making sure that the people are safe and protected, and there is a chance for new things to happen.
Cool.
This is all very open knowledge. I mean, this is stuff that he's not going to be hiding at all, and would be pretty easy to know about him. So I don't have a problem just sharing it right now.
All right, cool. Was there anything specific that you wanted to go over your character, like anything like specific, like that you wanted to like run by me? Like I think we did go over some stuff already, but
So I don't think there's anything specific to go over. I went the 75 gold as well. I ended up with my breaching pike, steel shield, full plate as my big items. I didn't pick up a magic item just because a breaching pike is already expensive as it is. The other thing that I did get, and why I'm at like 65 total wealth instead of 75, is some barding for Midnight. Midnight is my wolf cub, which cub in the fact that it's not fully grown yet, but it is the size of a full-grown man.
Oh wow.
Midnight will be my mount once she is fully grown and we are officially ready to be, active military. But she's still a growing girl.
Aww. You has a pupper.
Yes, puppy is very puppy. I will warn you. I have specifically spent money in this game to get some toy balls and treats for her.
Aww.
And if anything happens to her, you're gonna feel real bad because I'm gonna make it a point to feel real bad because she is a little sweetheart puppy.
Oh no.
Riv will totally not ask to pet her.
There will not be any doxing of the DM if something happens to the wolf.
No, nothing like that.
Seriously.
The other thing that I've done is that instead of getting a normal one-person tent, I've gotten a 4-person tent so that Midnight would actually be able to sleep inside the tent when she's fully grown. And that's the well.
Aww.
Okay.
Oh,
I guess...
One last thing. I'm very medicine focused. I'm using a pike that I can hit from range, so I have reach, so I can be behind people and still hit. Being around me makes you stronger. I can actually allow you guys to have movement and attacks on my turn.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
The other thing is that I'm going to be a nightmare for McGoner. So one of the special things about Commander is that I have a lore skill called Warfare. And Warfare I can use in place of a lot of other skills, like Initiative. So right now at level 13, I have plus 13 to Initiative.
That's crazy. But,
So if I end up going first, I can literally spend one action to give the entire group a free movement.
Oh my god.
That's pretty badass. But I mean, that's kind of seems like what a commander should do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
nice,
I mean, yeah.
The nice thing is it's not moving forward. It's just moving. So like if people want to get to higher ground or anything like that, they're able to do a free movement and shift things to advantages.
Oh, okay. Obscura was curious. Did you get a combat lure?
A combat lure? No.
Might want to ask him about it then.
Yeah, what's that about?
Yeah.
Now I'm actually gonna pick up.
Yeah.
No, I have not, because I'm gonna be doing an actual I'm going to be going full mounted and not going to be using the lure to send the puppy anywhere.
I just remembered we're dealing with a lot of people, so we're going to have a lot of attack of opportunity stuff.
Yeah, that's another reason that I'm able to do, like, one of the other... So I get tactics that I can use. They're basically the equivalent of spells. One of them is Setup Strike. That allows me to attack somebody. If it hits, the next person that attacks it considers it off guard automatically. And then I have the actual tactic Strike Hard, which I can tell a person, I can give a person, I sacrifice 2 of my actions to give another person the ability to attack. The big thing is that means it's happening on my turn, not your turn, so you don't have map no matter what you did on your turn. And I give, part of Commander's thing is that I give a free reaction, so if you have other things reaction, it's free. You're not doing anything. This is just completely, you get to do this with no repercussions.
That's cool.
Yeah, that is the thing.
Yeah, that is like a super cool and interesting way to do support.
I am, as soon as this was announced, I have been chopping at the bit to play with it. But yeah, that's me. I'm going to stop talking because I will talk all night if you get me.
It's true.
It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, if we need to, we can talk later if we need to do over anything else. But yeah, okay. Anyone else want to go next?
Well, we kind of gone down the line anyways.
That's fine.
So
Yeah.
I guess I can go.
Sure.
So Bunalu is a Dromar, as I mentioned, hunter, ranger, basically. She uses a bow, and she also worships Juka, the Dromar goddess. Her edicts are work together, push each other to greater heights, and respect the animals you hunt. She is a member of an isolated orc hold. And recently her and her fellow hunters fell a great monster that had been terrorizing the area, and so she got chosen to go represent their hold.
Cool.
And that's all I've got so far as her backstory. I'm still
cool.
kind of working out the little details, but like I got to figure out what was the monster that they slew and all that.
And I guess would have been. I'm wondering how prevalent would this monster have been? Would other orcs holds have heard about it?
I think so, because that's probably how word spread. It's like, oh, hey, this group of nobodies just killed this thing, like, and then now they're somebodies.
Okay, cool. Good to know. Let's see. Did you have anything specific that you wanted to go over about your like character sheet or equipment or anything like that?
Not necessarily. I did want to say though that I have something cool called Eye Slash. And what that is small scars or marks around my eye improve my distance vision. So basically I can see 4 times further than normal.
Ooh.
So yeah, I can like see really fucking far away, which is kind of cool. And then I also have a traveler's cloak. So basically just a cloak to keep me warm or cold or whatever, because like
you got the kitty
or
the kitty.
So it's basically
no, this is different.
Oh, it's not the kitty cloak.
No,
it's the traveler's cloak.
Oh, yeah.
So you're thinking of sorry?
No, sorry. Go ahead.
That's the feline cloak. This is the traveler's coat. So this is basically made to like, this is like a either insulated or has a reflective kind of surface to it to stave off fatigue.
Oh, cool.
It basically kind of regulates temperature.
Yeah, temperature regulating cloak.
We use
so
those.
then basically, you are more protected against the extreme temperatures.
That's cool. I like that.
There it is.
And for my weapon, I've got a +1 composite longbow.
It's nice. It's nice.
So, yeah, that's gonna be fun.
I also saw you have a grappling arrow. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I have a grappling arrow instead of getting a grappling hook. So that means like I can basically use a very long distance grappling hook because it's part of my arrow. So as far as I can shoot.
Grab someone's face.
Yes.
There's an arrow for that she was looking at but couldn't afford the antler arrows.
Oh.
Yeah, antler arrows
a lot
basically.
of really cool arrows.
Yeah, I want to buy antler arrows as soon as I possibly can because basically I could pin somebody to their place.
Oh.
Like as if I'm grappling them, but at ranged.
That's cool.
Ooh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. I also have something called an igniter, which is basically like a lighter instead of having flint and steel. A brass ear, which I can put up to a door and be able to listen better, like through the door. And I also have a crowbar. And a potion of emergency escape.
You know, it's good that we have a crowbar, because every time so far we've been running, we've been needing a crowbar.
Yep.
I mean, that's the exact reason I have one.
Yep.
Like this stuff got ridiculous, so I'm making sure I have a crowbar on every character now.
Yeah, and I also have an elixir of life.
Okay.
You know,
Oh, I
just
didn't think
as
about
a-
to get any of those.
Yeah, I just got a couple consumables just in case.
Well,
Can-
I'm sure there's gonna be common consumables and stuff that you'll be able to get.
Okay.
Wherever you're going.
I'll purchase some.
And
I still might grab
I,
some.
I mean, yeah, you can always just, if you have any money left, you can just
Yeah.
spend it now.
yeah, I have leather laminar. Thank you.
Yep.
For my armor, so it's basically layered. So like if it breaks, it's not as much of a problem. Because like and since I have leather, it's light, right?
Lamia?
Yeah.
Lamia. That's steak, isn't it?
No,
Made out of...
that's making a joke. Obscure's making a joke.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So if it breaks, it's not much of a problem. The status penalty to AC if armor is broken is -1 for broken medium, 2 for broken heavy armor, or no penalty for broken light armor. So if it breaks, it's not a big deal. I take no penalty for it breaking because of the layers, which is pretty cool.
Hey, you can get some Covenant tea.
Okay. There's one other important thing that I got that I don't think I told Core.
What's that?
I got flea leaf.
Oh.
You
I
got
have
what?
Pathfinder weed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shog and I talked about it. He's a military guy, and since we're looking at more of a tribal situation on the move, moving with the clans, less likely to probably have alcohol on hand, and probably more have herb on hand. So, herb it is.
Can I have some of that too?
You can buy it.
Yeah, how do I buy it?
See how much gold you have left. It's not cheap.
Okay.
It's a gold.
A gold.
It's a gold
I
per
have
dose.
a gold.
Oh my god. Okay, so damn. Healing potion lesser is 12 gold. I guess I'll just have to I'll just grab a healing potion minor then.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that I have at least. And I'll have 1 gold left over after that.
Oh, there's so many little things about Commander that is different that I keep remembering. I get to use intellect for medicine instead of wisdom.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, so I have a +11 to medicine.
Yee.
I need to roll a 4 to be able to heal people.
Okay.
Okay. I now have a healing potion minor and I got rid of my gold. I had 1 gold and 2 silver. I need money.
Oh, you're gonna have opportunity to get some. I'm pretty sure.
I need to actually spend mine or figure out what I'm buying.
Okay.
Hey, I have Fey Leaf and officially 1 less gold.
Flay, not Fay.
Oh, Flay Leaf. Okay.
Flay. Like,
Fey Leaf would have been a cooler name for it.
well, flay, you flace. No.
Okay. But yeah, of course, was there anything else that you wanted to go over?
I don't think so. Like, I'm still trying to work on her personality and, like, her personal ambitions and things like that, so I don't have anything else for you yet.
Okay. But yeah, just, I mean, yeah, just let me know if you need to, like, if you want to run something by me or anything, and it should be, yeah, we can go over it.
Cool.
Then, I guess still just going down the line, Kit, did you, yeah, you want to go over your stuff?
Let's see. I had not picked my bought or added items. Where was that list at again?
Oh, your extra items.
There's a huge list of everything.
Yeah. So if
Wait
we
a second.
go,
There's the new tool. The new tool is super useful.
All right, let's grab that.
Okay.
Where's
One sec.
which chat?
What sec?
I'm dropping it in voice text.
Okay.
There you go. So
Sorry,
you open
I
it
get
up,
confused.
set character level to 3, and then it will tell you exactly what you can get. You just push the button and you can see the list, and it's a lot easier to go through.
But are there still certain restrictions?
Yes.
Yes, you just click the box, like where it says level 1. Click level 1, and it'll show you all the items you are able to get.
So we can get one level 1 item and 1 level 2 item.
2 level 1s and a level 2.
But also just double check, make sure, like, if it's like uncommon or rare or something like that, run it by me first, before. But yeah, but if it makes sense, if you can convince me, I'll probably just let you have it.
Ooh, I've got to convince. I've got to persuade. Dang, this character doesn't like any persuasion.
If it's uncommon or higher, yeah.
I'm trying to. Alicia, you're well versed in things. What? I know. I'm dead right now.
You need
You
need some sort of armor, unless you're taking like magic armor.
I have leather armor right now. Weapon wise, I actually have a sickle and a dagger because of the fact that I work through my ghosts.
Don't you need
a spear and javelins?
I do have those. Those were automatically in there from, I guess, my adventures kit or whatever it was. Because they're already in my inventory for somehow.
It's from when you purchased the item box. But, don't you need a certain amount of strength to actually use the... sickle, not... The sickle's the small one. Yeah. I thought I was thinking of the big...
Oh, no. You're thinking like scythe.
Scythe, that's what I was thinking for a second.
No. Because, I use them as tools to, like...
That makes sense.
Professionally rip the meat off bones so I can use the bone fragments.
Surprised you didn't take, magic armor.
Don't have access to it yet.
Oh.
That's level 4.
Oh, really? Is it so late for her?
It's that late for everyone. Oh, for like the spell magic armor, she doesn't have access to it.
Oh.
Yeah, mystic armor. I think that's
mystic armor.
Because that's arcane.
Yeah, right? I didn't think about that.
She
She's prime.
Divine.
Divine, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Divine has access to it, but also I think she ended up wanting to go a different way because animists are very limited on the amount of spells they can get.
Yeah.
Oh.
They get
make sure you don't
4
get
spells that they get to choose.
Because the apparitions can do spells too.
And her magic armor isn't that different. Like, doing the magic armor is not that different than doing leather. Because since as an animist, she does get light and medium.
Oh, that's good. Then there's no point for that, yeah.
So, I have a ghost familiar, and I can summon apparitions.
That's cool.
Yes. So, Smidge that's my little snake. He's able to assist me in a lot of ways, so I was able to take on a couple spells that would be very, very good to have in use because he's been getting into these tight places and stuff as using him as a scout. And
Oh, dude.
he can't perma die either.
I just realized glow rod's really freaking awesome. They have a thing called a glow
Yes,
rod,
it is.
which is it's a staff. Basically, it lets you cast light without having to cast it. Do you have dark vision or no?
I do
You have
dark,
no. You have low vision.
I have low
Light.
vision, but my I believe Smidge has dark vision. I can actually see through his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's pretty fucking cool, though.
Yeah, I also have bone spray, and that means I can take bones and like just spray particles of bones, kind of like telekinetic projectile, but with bones, bone fragments.
You get some journey bread.
Pretty much. I also you
No.
remember how we dealt with those bugs, those like swarms of bugs that we threw that fruit sacks at?
Oh.
I can spew those out of my mouth.
You got
I
vomit
just open
swarm.
my mouth and be like, "Meh."
Yeah, I remember that. There's a spell it's yeah.
Yeah, my apparitions.
I wouldn't know what you would need, honestly, because
yeah,
you're a
like 6
caster.
different-
Like, you have a lot of stuff that you need. I guess you can always grab scrolls of spells.
She has a very high wisdom. Like that's her highest focus. She has a pretty decent perception. She has an okay perception.
Honestly, I
Yeah,
would
good
suggest
perception.
taking the money, because I think you pretty much have everything that you need. Like, because as a caster, unless Elixir can think of anything, because I'm looking through and I'm not seeing anything that's going to really benefit her.
So there's some certain ones that would probably be a good idea with at least like heal bonus ones. Let me look real quick, specifically for what she might be doing.
Mask plague. Oh, it's just okay. It'd be cool to have a black mask though, just cause.
Yeah, but technically, yeah, because you know, if you're under the rules, it's like ranged, but like how, like, so spell damage? Are you using like?
She's
how,
spell.
Because it's
She's
mostly spell
a
damage,
caster.
right?
Yeah, I am a caster. I also can do damage. What was it, Elixir? That I have one spell, gouging claw, that I can actually apply to my own claws when I'm up in personal too.
Yeah, she can
I
make
think that's
melee attacks, ranged attacks with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have that too.
Yep.
It's going to look visually very much different. Always go with Cloak of Feline Rest.
Yeah.
You get
Damn
never
it.
go wrong with it.
I love that one so much.
I think I actually have that on Arcana. I think.
Yeah, I'd say really good.
It's not a bad idea. It's generally always a good, like, if you don't have anything else going on. Yeah. Assurance medicine. Gotcha. Thank you, Obscura. Yeah.
We have really good survival too. So the
That's what I was thinking. Okay, I will switch that out.
You can have a magical prosthetic eye. Apparently, I didn't know that was a thing.
Yep.
You can have a marvelous miniature campfire. Holy shit, I wish I had that. But I had to buy a,
I didn't know this until I looked. I have 5 separate lore skills. I have
Yes.
Badlands, Forest, fortune telling, genealogy, and hunting.
walking cauldron. She's
Wow.
gonna... Let's see.
Walking Cauldron might be a good idea.
Walking cauldron.
Yeah, so Kit gets additional skills depending on what ghost she talks to each day. And
Okay.
that changes depending on what ghosts.
Want to talk to her.
No, she gets to choose.
Oh, okay. Hey, get out of there. You're being
Animus
bad.
is bonkers.
Ow.
And I think I actually follow one that like what is it? It's like they don't like humanoids. Like they're just irritable by humanoids.
That's your
So it's
snaky.
Marv.
That's why you have a snake. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's your snaky background one.
Oh, it's Smidge. He's the one who gets
Yeah.
irritated.
Oh god,
Yeah, 'cause-
that's funny. It's a literal walking cauldron. Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, it's to craft potions, oils.
Oh
Yeah.
darn. But it carries up the 2 bulk of ingredients.
Yeah, oh well.
I get carry
Walking
beer.
And bones!
Trade
Trade
your
your
bones for this.
Eh.
If you want some if you want something that's just fun, there are the Haro mats, which is
Oh yeah.
Is that an H?
like Haro reading is basically tarot reading.
You do that on your other character, if you remember.
Yeah.
I also have a +6 in fortune telling on this
Mhm.
character.
Mm-hmm.
Is
You
that,
get a lot of little obscure lores from it.
See.
Does that start with an H?
Wait.
The Haro, yes.
Wait. So hold
Try to
on.
find it.
I'm curious.
Mhm.
Does like I'm just looking at stuff. You said like one of the spells makes your melee attacks, like your unarmed attacks, like ranged, right?
Yes.
Would
That's a Gouching Claw.
hand wraps of mighty blows be good?
No, because it's still a
And-
casted thing.
It's still cast.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It just changes the
don't-
range.
Oh, okay.
It starts with a K.
Okay, K. Thank you.
KH. I sent it to you.
Maybe I don't have the right filters on. That's why I'm having trouble finding it.
Harrow,
Oh.
Harrow.
It's a common level 0 item, so it just might not be something that
Yeah.
pops up on this list.
There's also the Lover's Knot. It's always such a good ability.
AO?
That's what it's called.
It's
It's a lock of hair that's wrapped around a twig into a shape of a heart. And basically, while the Lover's Knots were specifically rewards granted by particularly flirtatious sword lord to who favorite agents, the time has seen these talismans become more widespread through different places. Activate Lover's Knot, you gain 2d6 plus 7 hit points.
Oh, damn.
It's affixed to your armor.
Is it
So,
a usable item? Like once you use it, it's gone, or is it like a talisman? You
Consumable.
have it?
Yes, consumable. It's
Oh.
like
once
a potion.
Once it's gone.
Oh darn.
That's really
There
good though.
is,
What were you
there
saying?
is the rhythm bone.
Oh yeah.
Rhythm though?
You
So
record
rhythm-
a sound on it, and it's only one sound, and you can't be used again for recording another sound.
But you're able, it includes
Interesting.
speech.
Yeah.
So it might be something that's, given your bone focus, might be a fun thing that's very you. But again, it is a one-time thing, but you can listen to it forever.
Trash can, trash can, trash can, trash can.
I will say, out of character, I do not advise that in character.
Or no, I'm joking.
Just warning as of now.
Come here, Jack.
Aeon Stones.
Aeon stones
What
are fantastic.
Yeah.
Is A or E?
A.
It says
Um,
AEON stone. It says parentheses
So level
consumed.
2. So there's level 2 is the full one, if I remember right.
Okay.
Would it
I'm
be
gonna look it up.
beneficial to have a staff?
You have
Since
a lot of
cast-
stuff.
I mean,
You don't
you
necessarily.
can store items and magic and staves and wands.
Yeah, you can. Hold on
Oh no,
one
sorry. It's level 3 is when you get
Oh.
your good
Oh,
Aeon
well.
stones. So
Sorry, no Aeon
access to
stone.
that right now.
Oh, it's okay. It's imprinted waffle iron.
That might be useful for something else, for someone else. That's all I'll say. You can get a candle cap where you have a. You put a hat on your head and there's a candle in it. It lights.
You know, take
Not
candles.
Put it on Smidge. Oh my god, that would be adorable.
A snake with a candle hat.
Yes. Wait, can he wear things?
I don't
I-
see why you couldn't. I don't know.
I don't
He
think
ghosts.
Tutorial.
it's worn headwear, so
You'd have to find tiny versions of it.
Mhm.
it's an invested piece, though. It is an invested thing, so you don't
Oh.
have to cast.
Yeah, so
Like
I would say if you do that, it would count as being invested for you. So yeah.
Oh.
now he was saying if you wanted it, it would just considered invested for you, so he's saying that you can have that if you want it.
I could have a tiny candle on Smitch's head.
It's a hat.
He's like, it just lights our trail and slithers through. Poor thing. I can imagine him just trying to take it off and just like, I don't have arms to do it.
God.
Help me, human. I have no arms.
Ew,
Take this thing off.
There's a durian bomb.
Yep.
I'm not surprised. There's rotting fruit too.
If you want, we can look further into this later.
Off of it. Okay.
Yeah, if we can.
Ghost charge?
Yeah.
I just saw it's this ghost charge.
It's
Buster.
probably for armor.
Oh, it's
I mean,
consumable.
it's consuming ghost. Yeah. It's a metal canister. It's nothing what you think it is.
But yeah, but I think, yeah, I would say at this point, yeah, just
time's sake, I'm
keep
fine
in.
with it.
Well, yeah, but I mean, just kind of keep in mind, I guess, what kind of, like, I guess, like, kind of a theme or kind of like how specifically, like, how you're going to be performing your role, and then we can look into items more specifically that would help tailor yourself to that. Yeah.
So we got 22 minutes before the next ad would have to be run. I think we should be able to do Captain's character sheet in that time if we want to wrap up after.
Yeah, it should be fine. So yeah, Captain. So yeah, you want to go over your stuff?
Absolutely. There's a critical question I need to ask here.
Okay.
And I have two very distinct visions for Cram the Gobbo. And one of them is a much more serious, much more straightforward individual. The other one is something akin to Danny DeVito gone feral.
Oh my god.
And I need to know if that fits. Because we've been real serious this whole session. And I want to make sure that we have somebody out there leveling the playing field.
We need it. Yes, I can tell you right now, we need it.
We need it. We have trash can with us. We need some levity.
Please do.
Yeah, like, I mean, I'd say go for it.
Yeah. Also, something really important. You need to go back into your character sheet because you don't have an archetype, and we need to turn that on.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. It is turned on. It just hasn't been. Yeah, he's got the open space on his feet for it.
Yeah, I'm saying, but his import, he didn't have it on the import.
I don't think he imported. I think he's been building it in.
No,
Foundry.
I've imported it.
Oh, okay. So yeah, he.
So if you go to Path Builder, we can do that right now.
Mm-hmm.
If you let me know what it is, I can just drop it in, and we don't have to do the full re-import.
Depends if he wants to continue building later, though, is what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably gonna have to. I'm still trying to work out basically equipment, which actually let's segue.
Okay.
Everything you need to know about Cram, you're gonna know in the first 10 minutes. You can see his nice studded leather armor that he takes a lot of effort to maintain, all the way down to the waist. From the waist down, no pants. Too noisy, too cumbersome, not bring it back. He's got some tidy brownies. They came that way, I promise. It's fine.
Brownies?
Don't want to know.
It's like tidy whities, but brown.
Brownies.
Basically get in, stab a lot, possibly bite some stuff, and then run away, scuttle, dodge, duck, dip, dive, and try and fall over and play dead.
So I'm not able to load up characters. Pathbuilder's giving me some shit for loading the character. So I wanted to give you the... Okay, so when you go to your Path Builder, you see the hamburger at the top on the left-hand side?
Yes.
If you go there, you go down to character options. Under character is the second thing. Make sure that you go on there and you click the thing that says allow game mastery's free archetype. It's under advanced options.
Done.
And then after that, you'll get your free archetype at level 2, and you'll have to choose your free archetype and put that in there.
It's basically how we do it. It's basically kind of like an equivalent to just the cross class, like cross classing for and we just how we run it. We just give it for free because it gets people more freedom and gets people to be more badass. So yeah.
Cool.
And then once you choose that and it saves and you save it all out, send me the JSON number again and we can get that set up.
Copy. Okay. Yeah, I'll handle that.
Okay.
But to continue the stream, we're story building and world building here.
Sorry about that.
All good. I'm still learning. This is my second significant character build,
You're
so
good.
we're doing a thing. But yeah, I feel like Cram is going to be really good friends with Midnight the Wolf. A lot of respect for the nature and such. I am curious, what is the role in this world with the I don't know how to pronounce it, Soki, the rat folk?
Let's see.
Because I would imagine Cram is kind of like a, hey, these are little guys trying to get by and just trying to like do business, and I can help. And kind of like the making money where he can. He's been helping out the rat folk just to navigate the wilds and do trade.
Okay. Well, we can go over. Let me see. We can go over like on the player's guide on here. So Yoski. So for the rat folk, few enjoy travel and opportunity as much as Yoski, though whose merchant caravans have brave even the toughest terrains. Belkzen's Badlands won't discourage Yoski. The potential to connect Avistan's interior with northern markets could prove lucrative. Orcs are another matter. They've historically seen Yoski convoys not as honored traders, but as easy targets for raiding. So Ardek's promises are a more welcoming Belkzen are a perfect opportunity to expand economic markets, or are they a cruel ploy to steal others' riches? Before risking a larger expedition, a Yoski community might send a PC to investigate. So kind of a little bit iffy, like on where the Yoski kind of would stand considering orcs. So it could go either way depending on how they would take it. I don't know if they would, if they think the orcs are gonna like actually stop targeting them, or is it just like a ploy? But I guess that would be from their eyes. But for goblins, like for at least for here. But yeah, goblins, like orcs, have often been portrayed as pariahs or villains in human societies, which has isolated them from much of inter-sea trade and politics. Yet orcs at least have a homeland. Goblin communities are scattered far and wide, shelved towards coastlines, swamps, and remote forests. A goblin PC might be representing a community looking to gain permission to settle in Belkzen or have high hopes of becoming a hero. They may even desire to make their fortune in Belkzen to get away from the stuck-up civilized societies that can't take a goblin joke.
Oh my god, that passed on.
Yeah.
Yep, sounds about right.
Yep.
But yeah, that's more or less how I imagine it is. I imagine I'm with some sort of commerce group, or at least aware of and kind of adjacent to some sort of commerce group, but really just trying to I recognize the goblins are a little left out, and I'm trying to generally do good to aid in the public perception of what a goblin is. Even though I'm a rogue and I try not to steal too much and all that kind of stuff.
There's the Aspis Consortium, the Druma, and the Kelid followings for the commerce. If you look under the patrons.
Okay.
Yeah, I was kind of between those. I think the Kelid followings makes the most sense with that. I just if the Yusuki fit within that frame, I think that's where I would end up. But yeah. Otherwise, yeah, that's my goal: is get in, stab a lot, get out. A lot of mobility, a lot of movement, specifically to avoid attack of opportunity and partnership movement, where if I end my turn or begin my turn adjacent to an ally, then I can stride without provoking attacks, stuff like that.
So he's a young Gallywix. Sorry,
oh, yeah,
sorry, go ahead.
I think so.
A lot of sudden movements.
Okay.
He's a young Gallywix.
I have a suggestion for archetype if you're open to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
The dandy. Where it is the idea of being like the master of style, culture, and decorum for your race, and your vision of your race. So it is basically a way to be able to influence people, have deceptions, be like using trading and manipulating people for trade.
All right. So in Path Builder, is that what it's called? Because I'm not seeing it easily.
The
But it
dandy
might be.
archetype. Yep.
Oh, it's blocked out for me. I am not trained in diplomacy. What? You need me to like get good
Oh.
at talking to people?
Yeah, if you want
Yeah.
to sell things, you might need to talk. You need to be able to talk to them.
Yeah, I had to swap out one ear.
Hmm. But yeah, I'll take a look at that for sure. But that's the I imagine kind of a DPS kind of player, kind of character with I will waste the attacks by not getting hit. Like swing at me, bro. I dare you.
Hmm.
I'd probably just looking at it, I would possibly just drop that medicine and put in diplomacy.
Okay, but without that medicine, I'm a -1, and that's scary.
That's you just
to
don't
be-
roll any kits. You just roll anything.
To be fair, I know Core has some medicine. I get assurance. I get plus 17 just baseline. I don't fail medicine rolls.
Yeah. You don't really have
Like,
to. You don't have to. Medicine is if you're applying medicine. So I don't think you're going to be applying medicine. It's not like D&D where you're using that to save yourself if you're dying or whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what I would
Alright.
suggest, yeah. Or religion.
I'd like to know about religion. I'd like to
Okay.
be aware of religion. I feel like religion's going to play a role
Okay.
that I've been around.
Then yeah, I would suggest dropping the medicine then.
Let me see. I think it got cut off. Are you still here, Captain?
He might have to disconnect and reconnect if we're having a Discord issue.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
I
'cause-
kind of went robotic at the end and got cut off.
Uh-huh.
Let me type it. Yeah, and a rogue, you'll have plenty of opportunities to get it back as well. He's mastermind, so yeah. Like next level, he'll pick up. Do you have to leave that alone? He should be able to pick it back up. He
Would
might
be a
be
tip-
gone.
Oh no.
We might have lost him.
I'm digging Cram though so far.
Yeah.
My boy
Yeah.
has more HP than I do.
I think.
Oh.
Internet
Oh,
just
well.
went down.
Oh,
Oof.
okay.
Oh no.
I think we're back. My internet went out.
Okay. There you
Oh,
go.
okay.
Yeah, you're
Okay,
back.
hi. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where we left off, but I think maintaining religion just for like a level of respectfulness and kind of knowledge around it. I
Okay.
think that's
Yeah,
a good thing.
I would say dump the medicine and pick up the diplomacy. So you can have that as an option. Alternatively, I might adjust my charisma a bit so we can at least have someone with a +2 charisma. But I'm going to talk with Elixir about that.
Yeah.
I decided on 2 of my level 1 items.
Oh,
Okay,
cool.
what were they?
Eye/slash and genealogy mask.
What?
Genealogy mask.
But the first one.
Eye slash.
Eye
Eye
slash.
slash. That's the thing. That's like what Core has, where she can see far, far away. It's like built-in binoculars, basically.
A genealogy mask. Okay.
Mhm.
And an eye/slash.
Slash.
Eye, like an eye Slash? Okay.
Like
Yes, eyeball.
eyeball.
Yeah, you get your eyeball got slashed.
It's
Okay.
tattoos around the eye that enhance eyesight.
Gotta admit, I like sitting in for Session 0. It's so good for character designs. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so I give you a genealogy mask. How much, what do you have left?
Level 2.
One more level 2. Okay. How much gold is she supposed to have, Elixir?
25. But that's before she bought all of her other stuff, so she should be at 15. That should be good.
Oh, okay,
She should
okay.
be accurate. We went through that together last night when we were first setting her up. So yeah, she's good on that.
Okay.
So, how much do I have left to spend? 15?
You have 15
Or is
gold,
Origin?
and you need 1 level 2 item.
You need
Oh,
one
okay.
level 2. So yeah. But yeah, that's what I would suggest. Captain, also, like Obscura said, you'll have a lot of opportunities to pick up medicine again later when you level, because you'll get inherently int pluses.
You'll be able to get more
You're
skills.
rogue,
Yeah.
you get everything.
Yeah.
Also, for Tabletop Obscura, Nimble Dodge is definitely in
Yeah.
the feats. It's a thing.
Okay, cool.
For sure.
So, we have about 7 minutes left before an ad runs.
Well, that's pretty much me.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, so it looks like we got pretty like a good idea of everybody's characters, what role they want to play, a little bit of backstory on some of them. So yeah, I mean, I think then since we're coming up on time, I don't know, like if unless anybody has anything else that they want to bring up now, to go over. I mean, we could call it here, and then we are ready
Yeah.
for session 1.
I'm good with that.
I'm good with that.
Just had a quick question.
Yeah. Okay.
What kind of monsters would be in that area? Like, is there any certain monster that wouldn't be, like no chimeras or no dragons or, anything like that there would be a restriction on? Or should I just try to pick one and then run it by you?
What are you picking?
What they killed to earn renown,
Oh,
like in the backstory.
Gotcha.
I would say pick something and run it by me, because it is possible that maybe it's not normally in the area. That's why it was so weird. So
Yeah.
So yeah, just pick something that'd be interesting, and just run it by me, and we'll see if we can make it work.
Okay, sounds good.
Okie dokie.
That's all from me then.
Cool. Then I guess I think we still want to go over and just kind of fine tune everything, make sure everybody's if people are still kind of deciding on certain like items, equipment, or like anything on their character sheet, we can just we make sure we can get that going. And I think we're going back to 7 Dooms on the 5th.
Yes.
So then that means so next one for Triumph of the
19th.
Tusk, session 0 would be the 19th.
Yep.
So that gives
Alright.
plenty of time to go over character sheets, finish up everything, or even if you decide that it's not quite working out, we can go over, redo stuff. But yeah, but I think at this point we're good, and hopefully then we have plenty of time to be ready for session 1 on the 19th.
Yay.
Sweet.
I'm very excited.
Me too.
Okie dokie.
I can't wait to introduce you guys to Boo.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Have a good one, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.